is another wonderful Wednesday night sports delight because this is ladies' night. Oh, and shout out to our favorite viewer. Hi, Miss Williams.
Miss Williams.
Brought to you by none other than Smoooth.
That's whenever you see Joanne and not Joe.
Oh, the alter ego.
Roll now.
Look, I would have had this on if I had known it was going to be that kind of party, but apparently.
I mean, and that's just my one excuse to look silly on the sidelines, and I'm totally okay with it because I'm doing my job.
All right, Coach Willis. Well, speaking of
football fans, you got the Swifties that are all about football, and Travis Kelce's Instagram, I think his followers went up 300,000+.
Telling y'all, when you get on this show on the Ladies' Night, boy, I tell you, you are bringing people's careers to a whole nother level. I'm telling you. So here.
Everyone, welcome to the Platform Sports Talk Show. It's your girl, Buddy. I'm glad y'all are here to join us for another wonderful evening.
And want the teams that want you back, St. Louis. I want that.
I was like, well, Brandon, does Michelle Smallman text you at 11:45 at night?
Let them know, right? No matter the time, it came through, right?
Yes, I thought that was really dope.
She seems to cause a buzz because you know what? Bad publicity, good publicity, they're talking about it.
So for some of these guys, they're like, even if I do win, it's not going to be enough for some people. So why don't I just go ahead and get the money?
Living the dream. I do all the time. I'm a dream catcher, right? So I chased the dream and I caught it.
Because I took this crazy leap of faith in May of 2011 at 23 years old to buy a basketball team. And everyone thought I had lost my mind.
Just kind of shed light, like, women coaches, like, hey, we bring it too. we bring it.
Happy Wednesday in 2025. I know it's not the first Wednesday of the month, it's the second Wednesday of the year, but we had to celebrate last week, bring it in 2025, and this is a special one because this is the 4-year anniversary of Ladies' Night. This has been our baby on Smoooth Productions with the Platform Sports Talk Show. This is as old as my daughter Mia. She just turned 4 a couple days before Christmas. So that is just crazy to think about. So everyone, welcome to the 4-year anniversary of Ladies' Night. Bunny will be on hopefully soon. She's being a mom, bringing her kids everywhere, probably cooking some dinner right now. So she'll be on here shortly. So I'm just going to ramble for you guys for a little bit. But first, let me go through all the promos for the Platform Sports Talk Show. We got, you can follow us on Facebook at the Platform Sports Talk Show, on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 314 Sports Talk, Instagram, Platform Sports Talk, on hot365radio.com or via their app. And then also, the big one, we want you guys to subscribe, get your friends, family to subscribe to the Platform Sports Talk Show on YouTube. Subscribe and click on that bell because anytime we go live, doesn't matter what kind of show it is, you will be notified. If you want to shoot us an email, platformsportstalkshow@gmail.com. And then, Hot 365 Radio, where it is always hot. You can always catch the replay of our most recent show each Sunday at 3 o'clock Central Standard Time and on twitch.tv/hot365 radio. And the Man Cave we have every last Wednesday of the month. So in a couple weeks, you'll see Stanton and Sadal, Craig Black, Mario, and they're always fun and entertaining. And I'm sure it'll be really fun with college football playoffs and the NFL playoffs starting here shortly. And then every first Wednesday of the month, with the exception right now, is Ladies' Night. So, gotta catch my breath after all that. Usually Bunny's in here helping me out with all that stuff. But first, I'd like to just say, you know, California, if you're in California in the area that has been affected by the fires, we're praying for you. I hope you guys are staying safe, and it's devastating to see what's going on up there. So, yeah, I hope you guys are staying safe, and we're praying for you everywhere around the world, but here in St. Louis. So yeah, I feel like I could sit here and ramble on about a lot. The holidays just happened. Hey, Miss Dub, we haven't. Hey, Jamie. We haven't had a show since the part 2 of the Super Show. So it's been a while, you know. I hope everyone had a good Christmas. I hope everyone had a good New Year. And 2025 is starting off really well for them. Starting off good for us here at the Bobacani house. We get to find out the sex of our baby on January 30th. If you guys didn't know, I am pregnant again. So baby Bova number 2 is coming June of 2025. Super excited about that. Miss Dub says she had some Facebook friends in California, and so far they are safe. So that is good to hear, Miss Dub. Hopefully it stays that way. It's just scary seeing all the videos and stuff that's going on up there. Me and Smoooth were talking about before the show, like, you know, in the Midwest, you got the tornadoes and the bad storms and stuff. So East Coast and whatnot, you have the hurricanes, which is scary. And then in California and the West Coast, you'll have earthquakes and fires. You know, I couldn't imagine opening up your door and there's fire all around you. So, like I said earlier, just thinking about you guys, and you know, hopefully everyone's staying as safe as possible. But yeah, but back to myself. Baby number 2, June of this year. We find out the sex on January 30th, and please, God, I want a baby boy. So hopefully that is what we get, is baby Bova boy, because that would be nice. There's too much pink going on in this house. If you guys would have seen what Santa brought to Mia. Too much pink in this house. What also happened since the last time we met you guys was the Blues were in their 3rd Winter Classic game. And the Blues are 3-0 in the Winter Classic. They won here in 2017, I think, against the Blackhawks at Busch Stadium. They won in 2022 in Minnesota against the Wild. And then we went to Wrigley in Chicago this year, and we beat the Blackhawks again. And the Blackhawks are like 1-6-1 or something like that. What was that? So yeah, Blackhawks. I get you're an original 6 franchise, but no one cares about you, and we don't want to see you in the Winter Classic anymore. The jerseys are cool looking. That's about it. You guys need to stop being rewarded for the Winter Classic. Blues, on the other hand, they need to be awarded more Winter Classic games because their jerseys are always fresh looking with that like tan color and the light blue and yellow. I'm going to stop rambling on about the Blues. We have a special guest tonight. It's a really good one for our first ladies' night of 2025. She's a mother of an NFL player. And not just any NFL player, an NFL player that plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. I know everyone in St. Louis says that they're Chiefs fans, so this is a big one. I'm just going to go ahead and bring her in now, Miss Nicky Jones.
Yay!
Hello, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, this is exciting. Never had a mom of like an NFL player on before, or mom of anyone on before, really, besides, you know, like ourselves as being moms. So this is awesome.
Cool. I saw you had some NFL players before. I think it was Jonathan. I can't remember his last name.
Owens, I think it's Simone Biles' husband.
Yeah. Oh, but not on ladies' night though, right?
Not on ladies' night. I can't remember if that was a man cave special or just a platform. I'm sure Smoooth will put it in the chat. Man cave. Yep. But yeah, so that's awesome. We pretty much had everyone, you know, besides NHL. We haven't gotten to the NHL side of the things yet. but we've had like previous MLB players in basketball and NFL. Miss Williams, she's our faithful listener. So
Okay. Hi, Alice.
yeah, but so we will have Bunny on shortly. She's being a mom, so she'll be on here soon. But yeah, so we're excited to have you. Smooth always finds a way to booking, the coolest people to join our show. So this is awesome. But I was saying before I introduced you, you are a mom of an NFL player, Xavier Worthy. I have a bunch of stuff written down. Okay. I Googled your son today and I Googled you. Sorry about it, but
Oh, great.
but no, I was telling Smooth before the show, I was like, man, he's only 21 and got a lot going for him, not, besides just being in the NFL.
Hi,
That's
Jamie.
that's Smooth's wife right there.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so I wrote down a lot about you. You're a single mom of 3. You're all over the place now, because your son's in the NFL, not just in the NFL, but with the Chiefs.
Right.
And I'll ask you about it later on. Let me get Bunny on because she's ready as well. But once she comes on, just tell us about yourself.
Okay.
Hey, happy hump day.
Hey, we made it.
Yes, we did. We're still frozen over here, but hey, how are things with you, Miss Nicky?
Good. Are you in KC?
Of course not. No.
Okay, so where's Frozen at?
St. Louis.
St. Louis, Missouri area.
Okay,
Yeah, the St. Louis, Missouri area. I say, of course not. The background. I have nothing against KC at all. Great city. I have a few people I know from Kansas City, Missouri. So it's a little rivalry in college. You had the St. Louis people, you had the KC folks, you have Chicago people. So,
Okay, got you.
So it's one state, but 2 different type of cultures and stuff between St. Louis and Kansas City.
I know I got in trouble when we first went out there. I think it was literally like the next day after he got drafted. And it was like, we thought we were in Kansas City, and they're like, no, it's Kansas City, Missouri. Like they're 2 different things. And so I got educated on that pretty quickly too. So
yeah, the KCK folks, the KC Mo folks, Wyandotte County, Jackson County, all that good stuff.
The thing. I was like, okay, sorry.
I mean, I kind of like on this side, you got St. Louis, Missouri, then you got East St. Louis, Illinois. So people not from the area think East St. Louis is part of St. Louis. We're like, no. Still got love for East Side, but that ain't St. Louis. Anyway, well, I'm glad you made it. Thank you for joining us. Pardon my tardiness, but if you hear my background, it's not my fault. They got a freaking frack show going on beside the Platform Sports Talk Show.
No problem.
They had snow days, 3 days in a row, y'all. They got cabin fever right now.
I get it. No problem.
All right, Jobo. Well, we want to get started with our questions. We got the famous, I'm going to call you famous Nicky, because a lot of Nickies out there, but nobody's famous as you right now. It's all good. It's all good.
But yeah, I'll take it, sure.
Hey, when we say, look, any publicity is good publicity. Just saying, all right?
Positive, right?
Mm-hmm. And apparently you had to be looking good for the video snapshot, whatever, of all the pictures, because you're the mother of a very, very good wide receiver. So that means, all eyes on you, but they're like, okay, that's something good to look at. I'm just saying. That's a good thing, honey. Excuse me. Anyway, excuse me. All right. Jobo, did you already hit on what's in your cup?
I figured we just talk to Nicky a little bit just about her son, her family, and whatnot, and then we could do that later on.
Okay, not a problem. Well, we like to ask this question to our athletes, but you're a mother of an athlete, but I can still ask you this question anyway. So, when did you first have a love of sports?
When I was little, I wasn't as good as my son, but I did love sports when I was little. Like growing up outside, back when kids used to go outside a lot. Basketball, we used to play football. we used to live in the projects, so there was this like middle area where there was a lot of grass, and so a lot of us kids would go out there and play football. And yes, I would play too. And then at school, they have those like, forgot what they call them, but they're like sports days where they got all these different, back then, gosh, I sound old, but they had all these different sports you could do, and you would get ribbons for them and stuff. And so I used to do really good at that. I didn't really play like organized sports. My mom didn't really let us do anything extracurricular. So I got in where I could fit in, and I did love sports. And then obviously as I got older, love football, understand the game, basketball a little bit too, but mainly football, like love football.
Okay. Well, see, people didn't know. They probably thought, oh, she's just a mother of a player. But you had your own life and doing a little bit of sports and stuff before he came on the scene. So good to know. Jobo, since you have, good questions you had stirring up as well, I'm gonna shoot it on over to you while I mute my background because this freaking frack show is doing the most.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is pretty much the same question. I just wrote down differently. But like, what was it like having a son who had a goal, a dream to play in the NFL, and he actually made it? But like, sure, there was struggles, like early mornings, late nights, and everything. So just was like the perspective on raising a professional athlete.
Oh, that's a good question. I think the thing I put first was raising a son, first of all, right? Like, not necessarily raising him to be an NFL player, but raising a son. But then, yeah, when you are doing that by yourself, it is difficult to start to just raise a son by yourself as a single mother. Then you add the football part, right? That was his dream, that was his goal, and if you let him tell it, that was plan A, B, and C. So it was it was tough. There was a lot of when he was in school, was a lot of stuff with his grades. I'd be on him. But he got that. He did pretty good with that after a while. And then just obviously just what it takes, just the dedication, the practice, the hard work, and just instilling in him that needs to come from him. Like, I'm not going to force you. I'm not going to make you do it. Especially because, once they leave the house, once they go to college, which is part of making it to the NFL, like, you're not there anymore. So if you don't develop those habits on your own, it doesn't even matter once you leave because they're not going to stick. So making sure those were like ingrained in him before he left, and they were. Then he went to college and did his thing. But other than that, like, Zay was a great kid. Like, and it was just like, I tell him, I was like, you're like a dream son. Cause like, it's just so cool. Like, even when he was little and we go to like his Pop Warner games, anything he was doing, he was like always the best. So I knew I was going to get a show. Like, and especially I love sports. So it's like, perfect. I loved it. I loved it. And even now, nothing's changed. It's like the same. It's like, okay, what's he gonna do this time? Like, so it's been great. It's been great. I love it.
Was there like a certain age that you can think of, or just a certain game or moment that you were like, okay, yeah, he's kind of good at this, and yeah, I can see his plan working out?
Yeah, probably the very first time he played football. He was either first grade or kindergarten. And it was the first time he ever tried it. And he was like the best one on the team. And he played like every position. And I mean, every position. Like, he was taking snaps at running back. He was taking snaps at quarterback. He was punting the ball. He was on defense at corner. Like, he was doing everything. I was like, wow, like, okay, is this normal? Like, but I'm watching other kids and it's obviously not normal. So he must be a little different here, And I think what solidified it, like, okay, he might really kind of have this, was like, once he did that in a kindergarten, first grade, and then he took a break. Because mind you, that team, it was a little rough. Okay. Plus they had him doing so much. So it was like a lot on him. So then he didn't play again until he was in about fourth grade. And same thing. Like he was just, you could just tell, like he was scoring touchdowns, 3-4 touchdowns a game, like it was nothing. Oh yeah, that was me. I love that picture. I love that picture. But yeah, so it was like, okay, so now it's just a matter of the talent's obviously there, and talent levels out at each level. So we need to make sure that we're still each level, you're getting better and better. And he was. And so again, in ingraining in him the other fundamentals that come with being a professional athlete. It's not just the talent, it's the dedication, it's the hard work, it's all that other stuff. And he was set. In the back of his helmet, it actually says, "Slow down, you can't catch me."
Oh, I like that. I like that.
And hey,
Can we take that and put it on a
day.
t-shirt? Let me take that phrase, put it on a t-shirt. Just saying.
Right.
Real catchy.
We used to play that song, Clyde Carson, "Slow Down." It's a song too, but yeah, we used to play that on the way to every Pop Warner game, and yeah, we put that on the back of his little helmet. They couldn't catch him though. I mean, like obviously.
I love it. So humor me. What year was this picture, or how old was he then? I'm not going to put your age out there. So how old was he?
Oh well, I'm 40. Everybody knows that. I turned 40 the day he gave me that football. But on this picture, I think he was probably fifth grade, about fifth grade right here. I think maybe fourth or fifth grade on this one.
Okay. Yeah. And if you roll back, producer, the previous picture, how old was he on that one? And I'm trying to see the height progression here.
Garden.
Okay. Now listen. So I know those chairs are cool, but man, the older you get, you be like, you know what? You do some life reflections, because once you sit down kind of low, it ain't easy to pop up.
They are not meant for adults. Right.
I was looking at the background. I said, listen, I have sat in enough little chairs for the little people. Older I get, I do life reflections. Like it's a mother to get up when I get in them chairs. Lord have mercy.
They were the kid chairs for sure.
Yes. Okay, cute pictures. But yeah, so I like that phrase though. Catch me, can't catch me. Like that song you're referring to, I haven't heard it unless if I'm showing my age. There are artists out there I may know songs but don't know who sings it. I mean,
probably because it's like Cali, so it's probably more of a Cali song. But Clyde Carson is "Slow Down." Yeah, that was our jam.
Okay.
On the way to football games.
Is it a jam y'all can see walk to? I mean, group walk to now. Yeah, you said Cali, so I just put all of that together. If I'm in the wrong area, let me know.
It's all right. And we still play that on the way to the Chiefs games. Okay, well, like when I'm there and we're going to the game, and I end up riding with him to the game, it's like it's mandatory. Play that. We have to play that song.
Okay, that's cool. All right, hey, it's a fun fact. All right, got some thumbs up. Be like, listen, I know you got to play this before you go to the game.
Exactly.
Love it. Jobo, what else you got?
Well, you have two other kids, right? Is it two daughters or?
Yes, I have two girls. Yeah.
Are they into sports, or is it just Xavier?
One is she's doing track right now, hurdles. The little one is more of a dancer. The hurdler is kind of between hurdles and theater. She likes theater a lot. And the thing is with my kids, including Xavier, it's like I tell them, it's what you want to do, right? It's my job to support what you want to do. They wanted to be an NFL player, and he literally never changed that. Okay, great. The girls, like I tell them, it's like girls are a little different. We dibble dabble before you pick, but whatever you want to do, that's what we support. Like just because your brother's an athlete doesn't mean that's what you have to be. So for now, it's track and theater and then dance. So we'll see.
Football mom, dance mom, track mom. Any other type of moms you want to put on your resume while you're at it?
Mom. Oh. No, that's different.
You're exhausted from those 3 times? No. What would ever make you be exhausted from doing that? I don't understand. Please enlighten me.
We have unlimited sources of energy. It's a mom thing. Whew. Yeah, but
How
it's
many
fun.
times a day I say that? Ooh. So,
Right? Deep breath.
ooh. Lord, I can't wait till JoBo has her next one because then she can see double trouble. Oh, I can't wait, Joe. I can't wait. Yes. I can't wait.
The summer. So just because it's freezing here in Missouri right now, in California, it's usually pretty nice. You've been to some games in Kansas City so far, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Have you gotten any of the cold ones, or I guess with the Chiefs, they have home field advantage the rest of the way. It gets pretty brutal. So are you ready to be just bundled up, hand warmers, like 5 layers, and stay warm?
I just gulped. I mean, I think this upcoming playoff game is probably going to be our coldest. So I don't know. I'm going to get as ready as I can. It's going to be my first time experiencing it. So we're going to layer up and do what we're supposed to. Yeah. Yeah. Because every time out there, it hasn't been like super cold yet. I think the last time we were out there, it started snowing, but it wasn't like really, really cold. And it was just I think they call them flutters or something like that, where it's just flurries. Yeah. So this time is probably going to be the coldest we've experienced.
That's mind-boggling, but I guess because growing up in the Midwest, we get all 4 seasons. I have a couple of cousins that are in Cali, specifically Riverside and LA area, but they've come to St. Louis literally on one hand that many times, especially when they're little. They never came this way. All they knew was California, but as adults, they've come this way. So it's just funny for people that are from warm climates all the time. I'm thinking like, oh, maybe made one trip to see snow or the winter, but I guess it's more people than I realize that haven't.
I've been to the snow like this way, like Shaver Lake or the here, but like that's like a little vacation you go do, not like you wake up and it's that cold where you live.
And you got to drive in it eventually and wait for snow plows and put rock salt, get snow blowers, all that fun stuff.
I know what that's like. I almost fell on my butt the last time I was there when the flurries were happening because the ground was like deceivingly slippery actually, and I didn't realize that. And I was like, oh my God, like, okay, I'm gonna walk very carefully.
Okay, just be careful, please, because
I'm scared.
And listen, I'm not gonna speak on the KC, but I know St. Louis. It went viral last year. It's a St. Louis rap song by Crowd Mob, but it's a video. A dude was falling on the ice, and somebody put a St. Louis rap song to it while he was falling. It's funny, and it's like. When you get older, falling ain't fun. Whether you're on the ice rink, skating rink, no rink, even out, it's not fun, right? But it was funny because he was looking like, oh, he doing the beat to the St. Louis rap song while it is good. That's the viral moments that you can laugh at after the fact. But when it's happening at the moment, it ain't funny.
You're like hoping you can get up when you fall.
You're like, listen, you want to see your life flash before your eyes? Man, I'm telling you. Okay. I sit there and I would act like a little kid. I went ice skating one time about 4 years ago or pre-pandemic, like year before the pandemic. When ice skating rated downtown at Kenner Plaza, JoBo. Now I know how to roller skate. Been on the road, nothing to me, but the ice skates was a little different. I held onto the wall the whole time. And the one time I felt like I was about to slip, I said, oh, that's it. I'm done. I cannot afford to fall, and I felt like my life was about to be. I said, "Nope, this is it." I can say I tried it one time, and that's it.
I'm done.
Man,
all the way around, or
I don't know.
That's a long lap.
Like a little kids first learning how to skate, that may hold on to. Man, I'm telling you, I'm a whole at that time 30-plus-year-old person. I didn't care. I said, I can't afford to fall. The bruises, the ache after. Listen, I'm not built for that anymore. I'm past that in my life. Okay, I don't need that adrenaline rush to say, "Oh, I fell. Oh, I did the whole dramatic fall and got up and lived like." No, I'm not about that life anymore, ma'am. When I'm down, man out. Okay. Shoot. Anyway, I digress. I was gonna ask you something.
Well,
Go
here,
ahead,
real
Deborah.
quick before you ask her, let's Smooth surprising us. I told him the other day I want to see Jamie's face more, and she's gonna join the show. So, Jamie.
Hey, Jayonce.
Hey,
T-shirt, she ready, baby.
you know I had to represent.
Now listen. Of course, Nicky's on here, so you can be all cheese, all you want to be. But I do have a question. Prior to the Rams leaving, were you a Chiefs fan?
No, but that was so long ago. That don't even matter. Like that's.
So we can say the same thing about Kevin Durant. That was so long ago. He with the Warriors. You can't fool with him no more. People can say that.
Don't talk about KD.
We'll see.
Don't talk about my Chiefs. Do not talk about Steph Curry. We know these are my rules.
Listen, I'm not coming over here and want the smoke. I don't want any smoke. I'm already tired of freezing, so I don't want the smoke. But I just had to throw that out there for people from St. Louis area and I see Chiefs, so I was just curious. That's all. See if y'all was Rams and Chiefs fan, or y'all was always Chiefs. Just had to know.
Chiefs, and you know it's Virgo energy with Mahomes, so it's several connections. Okay.
You know what? Can I ask this question? It's Jamie or Nikki. Did you ever watch the show The Game when it was on WB or BET? Did you ever watch that show?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna tread lightly because I'm thinking like, all right, she said Mahomes energy, and I'm like, okay, I like Mahomes. I said, okay, you gotta be careful what you say, because then you know how they had the drama with Tasha Mack character and what was they quarterback on this show. I forgot his name, but anyway. For all the drama that they had, and I was sitting there like, is that real life for real? I was like, is this for this show? But it seemed like it would be real life, though. I mean, Nick, maybe you know stuff, but did it seem like it would happen in real life? Some of the issues from the game.
I wouldn't have any of those issues.
Right.
There's always issues in any organization. I mean, I don't,
I'm not talking about the Tasha Mack character because she was a mother to a player. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, like, do I, as a mother, is there issues or like? Oh,
no, not as a mother. No, like, okay, so Tasha Mack character. Remember, she was an agent. She was an agent to a football player, but then he eventually made her stop being an agent. But then she still knew stuff on the organization, knew about other players, So I'm not saying you personally, but does that stuff seem like real life? Like the stuff we saw on that show, based off the little time you've been in, around the NFL or just in the Chiefs organization, do you see some of that storylines actually could be real life?
It definitely could probably be real life. I never experienced any though. I just go to the games, I go see my son, I come home. But I'm sure, I'm sure the Chiefs, the Rams, the Bears, whoever, I'm sure they have different dynamics that, mimic the game. Definitely, for sure.
No, this is the real question. You know how Tasha was on the show, and I have some friends that are football moms. What kind of football mom are you? Are you like loud, that's my baby? Or you just sit back and be like, you did that?
That one.
Okay.
I don't like yelling crazy. I don't like doing all the glitter shirt, I'm more like I'm there. Like they showed the thing I used to work the chain gang, man. I'm paying attention to the route, the play, the pass, the defense. Should he have caught that? Let me look at the replay. What's going on?
Right.
Like, yeah, not really a yeller. But I mean, I do like when we are on defense, though. I do like to like scream and hope I make a difference. That
right.
But not like
your voice matters.
Out of all those 1,000 plans, I love it. Your voice matters. Yes,
exactly. That's what I say. And if the person next to me is not yelling, I'm like, come on, like we need you, like just scream.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not really a that's my baby type of mom.
Are you like I know for a fact if we have a son, or even with my daughter, if she wants to because I played softball, like I'm scared to be like a mom in the stands and it's gonna get upset, like, why didn't you run that out, or something like that. So do you ever get like that on them, like, why did you not catch that, or why did you not go a couple more yards?
Yeah. That's why I used to work the chain gang, because I used to get on him, man. Like, because he liked to make highlight videos, when he was little. So he would try to do extra reverse field and all this crazy stuff. And I that's why up until about, I think it was like 6th grade, I worked the chain gang. After that, I was like, you better start figuring this out on your own. You don't need your mom on the sideline. But up until then, yeah, I'm like, do this and stop doing. That's why you can see me. I'm like pointing, like, why are you going in? I'm telling him. And now as he's older, I don't really have to get mad at him, because he really critiques himself. Like, I kind of wait and see what he'll tell me. Like, oh yeah, I should have had yada yada yada. I'm like, okay, perfect. That's what I was thinking too. Like, all right, good. So he self-regulates now. I'm about to yell at him.
That was a smart move, being part of the chain gang, so you could be up and close.
Oh yeah.
On them hot games, though, I commend you too. Lord have mercy.
It was bad. It was bad.
I could imagine. Yes.
But
yeah, but like that picture that Smoooth just had up there with you and Xavier, like I could tell it's a summer game.
Oh God, yeah, I got my little fan. I brought my little fan. I learned when he was at Texas, because in Austin it would get really, really hot too. Hot is probably an understatement, because once you add that like humidity with the heat, it's death basically. I'd rather be cold than that hot, but we started taking our little fans. So yeah, I have my little fan just kind of giving me some temporary relief.
So that California sun hit different from the KC sun.
The humidity is the killer, really, honestly. Like,
Missouri humidity? No.
Oh God, I can't. I hate it. Like, here it just gets hot. I mean, we might get up to 115. I think we've gotten up to like 118, 120. Like, and it's like, okay, it's definitely hot. You're gonna burn your legs in the car, but like, it's dry heat. It's different than being out there. I'd take the dry heat over what you guys got.
Do you travel to road games often or no?
No, I just do the home games. The road games, like, we don't, you're just really going for the game if you go to a road game, because we would really only get to see them about like 10, 15 minutes after the game before they get on the bus and they go home immediately. So it's mostly the home game, so we can actually spend time with them.
Okay, cool.
You mentioned Texas. I saw, pictures and stuff. Are you guys gonna be cheering on the Longhorns with the playoffs starting?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And then just because I saw the video, like I said earlier, I was all over the place looking both you guys up. What was draft night like? Like, was that nerve-wracking, exciting? Like, you probably knew, because he's good, that he was going to the NFL. But like, when you found out it was a team that was, on 2 in a row right now, going for their 3rd this year, was that even more exciting?
Oh man. All right. So the first part of your question, draft night, you see, it just feels me like, if I could bottle the feeling of that night, I would bottle it and consume it regularly. Because it's just so crazy how you go and you work your like whole life for that, and then like literally it comes and it's gone, and it's like, I know, like, it's never gonna happen again. That night was amazing. Obviously, like, he stayed his 3 years, and then he knew like he was gonna declare, so it's like, all right. And I literally cried for like, oh my God, I cried for like a whole week when he declared. He made the little video. I don't know if you guys saw it, but he made this video. He picked this sad song that didn't help. And I just like cried for like a week. And everyone was like, why are you sad? And I'm like, it's hard to describe. Like, it's this lifelong, only 1% of these young men make this. Your son is declaring to make it. He's going to be in the draft one way or another. Whoever picks him, whatever, he's going to be in it. And it's like this just huge culmination. Like, whoo, it was a lot to try to process. And like I said, I was just really trying to process. It took me a long time. But yeah, once I got through that, And then draft night, picking the spot, he's getting his outfit, his car ride there with his homies, and we had like some of my immediate close family. We were out there. We got this pretty cool spot that had like a really big house, and they had like a separate spot that was kind of like it's almost like a little lounge thing with big TVs and projector and stuff. So we stayed there and just walked right over. So it was really great. And then that night, like, and it was funny. And mind you, like my son said he was going to the Chiefs. Now I can verify that. Okay, like he literally said once he declared for the draft, he was like, I'm going to the Chiefs. And that's all he said. He interviewed with all his teams. He did what he was supposed to do. He ran combine, did all his stuff, but he was like, I'm going to the Chiefs. And it was like, say, I'm really big on manifesting too. But I'm like, this instance, like, you have no control over who picks you. Like, there's 32 teams, and like, you broke the NFL combine 40-yard dash record. Like, everybody's probably gonna want you. Like, the Chiefs, there's no way you're gonna go to them. Like, and he's like, I'm going to the Chiefs. Like, I was like, okay. So then it's like, we're jumping on that. We're going to the Chiefs. So the NFL sends like hats for all the teams, right? Of course, because whoever picks you, you see them put on the hat. So we're like lining up the hats, not paying attention to them at all. We end up with two odd hats out, actually. It's the Chiefs, and I forgot the other one. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's going to go right in the middle, because we kind of had them like zigzagging. We had a middle plot. And my sister was like, no, don't put that one in the middle. It's going to look like we want to go there. And I was like, we do, So we put it in the middle, and it was like, oh my gosh. And so then we're watching, we're sitting on this couch, and mind you, it's not what it looks like on TV. You're kind of getting tired because there's a lot of breaks. You guys just like watching TV, and there's commercials. Like, we're sitting there through a lot, and you try to, you got to look right because camera's on you, And then like, oh my gosh, the Colts called them at like, I forgot which pick it was. I want to say it was like 15 or so. So I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, and then it was like, then they hung up. And I was like, what? Like, what? Keep your face straight. Like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't even be saying all this. But anyways, so then we're getting to the end, and we're like, oh my God, okay, it's okay. We'll have a party tomorrow. We got lots of food. We'll just, and then like the bills come up, his phone rings, and I'm like, oh God, okay. And then like he's talking, and then he's like, it's the Chiefs. That's why I don't know if you watch the videos. I'm like, oh gosh, I got so excited. I mouthed to my sister, I'm like, it's the hat we put in the middle. Like, oh my gosh, it was just, oh my gosh, it was the most amazing feeling, because like that is what he manifested. That's what he wanted. That's what he got. And honestly, it's just been like a really, really good fit. Really good fit. So that was draft night in a nutshell.
I couldn't imagine being a parent, of someone who's waiting to have their dreams come true, pretty much, whether you play a game in the league or not, like your dreams coming true when they call your name. So that's awesome. And was there like a reason he thought the Chiefs, or is there a reason why he wanted it to be the Chiefs other than that, they're winning a lot of games right now?
He wanted to play with Pat.
Pat, do they have a
good answer? Good answer.
I mean, that's the truth.
Yeah, no, I mean, can't.
And no, they didn't have a relationship. They did not at all. He wanted a solid quarterback. Obviously, he's a receiver, but he was like, I want to play with Pat. I want to go to Chiefs. And he never changed his answer, not one time.
Good.
Are they have a good relationship now, I guess, though, now that they're together. And I mean, I was looking at it. Your son's only the fourth rookie to have 6 receiving touchdowns and 3 rushing touchdowns in his rookie year. So I mean, obviously Pat likes throwing to him.
Yeah, no, they're great. I stay out of that. I don't really get into his work life, you know what I mean? But no, for all I know, they're doing great, and I'm sure as time goes on and they continue to build like that relationship, that only makes things better. So good things to come.
I want to ask like some words of wisdom. Like I'm big on life skills. I have an organization for girls and it's all about life skill because I feel like nobody is schooling life, right? So you have this professional athlete as a son, you single mother, 3 kids. Like how do you pour into them that they even allow themselves to manifest? Or, you know, like what words of wisdom are you giving them to kind of give them that extra endurance to keep going?
I say like my own little experiences I've had on my time here on earth is like I pour into myself a lot more these days. Like when I was younger, I didn't as much and I was running ragged, you know what I mean? And then like as I got older, I realized like that's the kicker of being a single mom is that you need to really learn how to pour into yourself because you do have to pour into a lot of cups and you got to pour a lot. And if you don't fill yours up, you are really going to be empty. And, you know, like your little people need you, you know what I mean? So really, as he's progressed and my girls as well, just me trying to like better myself, me trying to find ways to do things better, communicate better, whatever it is, so that I can give that to them. Like I say, I like with my son and my girls, it's like me just trying to put the best parts of me into them so that they can turn out a little bit better. And with Xavier and with the girls too, but obviously he's older. I always tell him, you know, find your me time, you know, whatever that is, you need to find that even as a man, you know, your me time, outside of, you know, he's a football player. That's his job though. Technically it's just, you know, it's a cool job, but it's still a job. It's a stressful job. So making time for yourself, quieting your mind, you know, sorting out your thoughts. That would just be my advice. Like make sure you're pouring into your own cup so you have enough to pour out. Figure out where you're lacking and put it in. You know what I mean? So
yeah. What is some goal that you have for yourself? Like I know we talked a lot about him, but what about you? Like what are you excited or looking forward to doing? I know like 2025, we always talk about like new goals and new me and new this, but is there something that is, you know, on the forefront for you?
Yes. Okay. So my girlfriend, I hope she's watching because I sent her the link. We said this is not a new year, new me. This is a new year, better me because I was good last year. I've been working on myself. So this year is a better version of me. We've had our goals. It's continuing to work on those. And for me personally, I want to get my master's. So starting school this year. My master's and then we're getting Zay's foundation going. That's the goal to get that up and running that. So those are 2 like big things right now that I'm in the middle of working on. Birthing something divine. That's what I'm saying. I'm not.
Yes, love
I'm
it.
I'm here for it.
Like it snap. Like
yeah. So those are some of my goals I've got. I'm excited about. Nervous but excited.
Hey, good nerves, good nerves. Nothing wrong with it. It's uncharted territory. It's something new. So, you know, sometimes it may be question marks, maybe some bumps along the way. But remember, if it was easy, everybody would do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You mentioned, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, you mentioned his foundation. Maybe I didn't Google hard enough or what, but is there like
you wouldn't find it.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, is there a name? Did I completely miss that, or is that something that you can plug but can't do yet?
We're hoping to call it the Worthy Ones. They're still doing some of the like market research to make sure obviously like that name's available and stuff like that, but that is the goal. It would be called the Worthy Ones.
I like.
It's funny because I was gonna ask like why number 1, but I'm like Worthy One. It makes complete sense. Like
I barely realized that like his junior year in college, there was a picture of him like from the back, and I was like, Worthy One, like a worthy one. wow. And he was like, Mom, really? I was like, I really never like that. So it's like, okay.
Makes sense.
You're right. You did mention earlier as far as you were telling him he needs his me time. So when he was growing up, he said he wanted to be a football player. You helped him to reach that dream. But were there any other activities or clubs, organizations you also encourage him to do or be a part of?
Man, I did, but I don't feel like he did it. No, Zay is very Zay. Okay, so it was football, or his game. He did do a lot of sports, though. I will say that he's just always been into a lot of sports. So all the way up until high school, he did like a whole bunch of sports. Actually, that was really Zay's thing, to be honest. He was never big on like going to friends' house a lot, or like friends really coming over. It was sports. Like that's just, he loves the game. He loves being competitive. And then all the way up to high school, he did like everything. Once he got to high school, he just did track. He focused more on track and football, but football was always his main thing. So that was really what he occupied his time with. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So then he doesn't have something to do like play drums or anything like when you say, how do you decompress or you need to chill besides watching TV? Like what else?
It's his game.
Okay.
Yeah, no, okay. My sister better be watching too, because I know she's laughing. Like nobody believes me. Like Zay is very homebody. He's very chill. He just sent me something today. He's gonna get mad at me, but he just sent me something today where it was talking about like he really just chills. He does his thing. He pops out occasionally, but otherwise he's at home playing his game, chilling. That's literally Zay. His me time, I would say like his me time is probably like his game, or I tell him like, hey, make sure you go get a massage or something. Go get you like a nice hand massage, manicure, stuff like that. But for Zay, mostly it's his like solitude. It's his solitude, his game, and just some good food.
Works for me. Okay.
I like it.
I asked that question because you know how they tell us women, hey, okay, when we get to adulthood, children or no children, it's like, hey, you want to go do something to have fun. What's your version of fun? So what do you call your version of fun? So you find different things, and then as you progress, you be like, okay, I'd like to do that, but not as much, or life changes happen, so you can't do it at all, really. And so it's like, all right, what do you do to decompress? And I was asked that recently. I'm like, look, unfortunately, when the pandemic happened, lives were lost, and I hate that happened. But at the same time, when I'm talking about sitting still and just doing nothing, felt great.
Yeah.
It's never in a million years. 10 years ago, you couldn't even pay me to sit still. That is now decompressing, sitting still.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, acting as far as him, but same thing with you. So you did tell us what you kind of like to do, but I'm like, just wondering. They always say, hey, women, what do y'all do? I'm like, with men, it's like, it's different. At least the men I know, like how they decompress is different than how we would in general.
Yeah. Somebody had asked me that, and I didn't know the answer to that at first, which told me I needed to like figure out my life a little bit better, because they were like, what do you like to do for fun? And it was like, go to my son's football game, hide in the bathrooms, or like I didn't have anything. And I was like, oh my God, like, am I going to become an old lady with cats and I don't have any hobbies? I don't do anything. So then I started to kind of like I was saying, like, I need to start filling up my cup. Like, there's nothing in here. Like, so now I like to read. I got back to reading. I love to read. I like to go to like the bookstore. I take myself out to lunch. I do a once a month brunch with my girlfriends. I like to meditate outside. So it was like, okay, I need to find things that I like to do, like just for me, like not related to being a mom. It's kind of hard to think about sometimes,
We're all human, honey. We're all human.
I gotta ask this, so because I'm like probably like I'm addicted to reality TV and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, but because you went viral and all this, and it's like the, you know, the hot mom, what your DMs look like?
Oh man, I
What's
knew
going on in the DM?
they're scary. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
No,
If it's regular women and I hear people that DMs be popping, I'm like, wait, what? And they said, girl, they sent you what? Then trust me, I know.
yeah, they're a little unruly. No, it's a lot of them. It's a lot of DMs. I'll put it that way.
Girl, you need a DM manager just for that. I know you do.
Yeah, I have my sister do it, but no, yeah, mainly just the Twitter, because like my other social medias, I've kept those private. They gonna stay private. I just got my few little friends and people on there, but like my Twitter is like my public one. If I put something on there, like, okay, I don't care who sees it. This is me in mom mode for the most part, like whatever. But those are like lots and lots and lots.
It goes down in the DM, huh?
Baby.
Well, that is how your producer. That's how I got married, because he was in my DM. So I taught you. So
really, I never knew that, Jamie. I could have sworn like I thought they had mutual friends that introduced y'all.
No. No. That was not that. I mean, I saw him, but I didn't know him. And then he followed me, you know, and I was just like, oh, that was the DJ. Okay, you know. And then it was like message. Before we got married, I did block him. He didn't even know he was blocked. I am done. Don't be in my DMs, you know, like. So sometimes the moral of the story is you bring the DMs. You never know.
My sister was teasing me on that. She was like, your husband might be in there. You need to go through him. I was like, yeah. In my DMs, bro? Like, I was like, maybe. Okay, I'm going through them tonight. Dang it.
Gave you something to do.
Look, Jamie, thank you for your encouragement for her to check to see if her future husband's up somewhere in 1,000 DMs she has, man.
Yeah. All those fellas in the DMs, you welcome.
Oh, Lord. It's got to be any, mini, mighty, mo, ma'am. It's a lot to go through. It's only so many hours in a day. That's why her DM manager's going to be like, okay, this one, maybe.
This out. We're going to make a schedule to go through them. Yeah.
Look, tic-tac-toe through all of them, okay?
Right.
That's awesome.
A beautiful picture.
Oh, those are your girls.
Oh,
how old are your girls?
So my oldest daughter is 14, or she just turned 14, and then my youngest is 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Life of a 6-year-old. Oh boy, don't I know.
The youngest. Oh God, she's a lot.
My 6-year-old is the boss. She's the boss of her younger sister. She's sometimes wants to be mom junior. I'm like, hey, I got this. You know, like, ma'am, listen, I'm the mama. I got this. Thank you though, but just stay in your lane. I'm sitting there like, what is this girl? Like, she's been here before. I don't know what it is, but
yeah, they don't. These new kids are different. They're different.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah, you really found a lot of pictures, huh?
I'm telling you, he went and made sure he did his job. I know you probably asked this randomly, or even people that may know of you all, like when y'all together, like, oh, is that your sister? Oh, like they think y'all are not mother and son, but probably think either dating or brother sister, don't they?
We try to figure out the connection, yeah. And I get excited because I'm like, ooh, that means I look young, and he's like,
because right there, I can see like, oh, y'all can look like brother sister, because how he's hanging on his sister. I can see y'all like, okay, you know.
I'm very calm though. But yeah,
that's that 40 and up. You know, I'm 42, so that's, you know, we the new what we want to be, 25, I guess. So
the new 30,
looking good. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go 30. I like that's more, you know,
figured out.
It's very demure.
Hilarious. I was about to say something, left my head that fast. Oh God, Jobo, was there anything on your list that we didn't touch on yet?
I think we got all my questions, except I wanted to tell you that Xavier was on my husband's fantasy squad this year.
Oh.
I told him that we were gonna have you on. He's like, "Oh, he's on my fantasy team." I'm like, "That's pretty
Good
cool.
pick, good pick.
I'll let her know."
Respect. All right.
No, and I was also gonna ask. I asked Smooth before pre-show. I didn't know how close, if you're still in Fresno or not. I see that's where you guys are from, but like where you're at, is that anywhere near where the fires are happening, or no?
No, we're like Fresno is like Central Valley, so it's like LA is the fires are this way. We're kind of in the middle, and then the Bay Area is this way. So outside of just like the bad air that kind of comes from that, we're not like near the fire where, you know, it's affecting us the way it is the folks out there right now.
Gotcha. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, where'd Jamie go?
Yeah. Where's the one, your DM motivator? Where did she go?
She will be back.
That positive reinforcement.
I couldn't imagine. Yeah, I couldn't imagine though, just getting blown up in the DMs constantly. So wait, how did Smooth get a hold of you then? How are we lucky to have you on
DMs? And like, he caught me on a good day the other day. Like I had just posted, so I was online, and then I saw like, you know, like a message, and I was like, okay, let me go see. And it was at the top, and he had like messaged me like a while back to come on the show, because I looked, and I was like, oh, he had asked me before, like, and I was like, oh, okay, and that's not one that I had got on or seen. So I was like, okay, so this one I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll do it.
Oh, we do appreciate you for giving us a little bit of your time. You know, check the DM on the second go round, late than never. So thank you. Don't take your time for granted. Any of our guests, we don't take it for granted. We really, really appreciate you all.
Yeah.
DM motivator, you back now?
I'm back. You know, I'm not used to this. I had to go take a bio break. I was like, oh. I'm back. And Joe, I'm gonna get you because I heard you've been telling my husband that I should be on ladies' night and all this stuff. And I'm like, why is she trying to come for me?
Because I like you. I think you're cool.
That's a good thing. She recorded you.
I support y'all through the comment section. I was like, I have no filter, so I need to like.
What's wrong with trying this out, man? I mean, what do you have to lose? Your husband's a producer, so he can't X you off the show. There's that. So what? If he still wants happy nights and happy wife.
Right.
Oh.
We gonna pray on that. We'll see.
Sorry, I enjoy your presence. Jeez.
Oh, that's a nice one, Joe. That's nice.
I'm buttering you up, Jamie. I'm just saying, what do you got to lose? But just to go ahead and do it. I got a question for you, Nikki. And I'm not into reality shows like Miss DM Motivator is, but if you had a random pick of a show that you like to, I'm not necessarily be a part of, but like, hey, I wouldn't mind watching them live. What reality show? It doesn't have to be one that all of it. It could be something in another country for all I care. But is there any reality show that you wouldn't mind seeing live, like the cast at an event?
No. I don't really watch reality TV.
I don't anymore either.
But the one I used to watch like most recently, I would say is like I used to watch Love Is Blind or Married at First Sight, but I haven't watched that for a while because it started to get very not real. So it was like hard. Yeah, it was just like, yeah, they're not even a good match. I'm not even a therapist, and I can literally see they're not like, this is just for drama and effect. Like, I'm good. So yeah, I don't go for that.
Which one you think?
Last season, the first time, but I was definitely invested. I'm like,
Oh,
Next.
which one? Married at First Sight or Love Is Blind?
Yeah. No, Love Is Blind.
Oh, okay.
That's the one. Yeah, they don't see each other. Yeah, and they're talking. Yeah. That one. Because this guy Tyler, it was all, Anyway.
No, the first time you watch that, it starts to captivate you. Yeah, go back and watch the beginning series. I felt like they were a little more. It was a little more real, so they're actually a little bit better. Yeah. Netflix.
But I think it's good to come to watch it because it was like good questions they were asking. Because I'm just like, you know how you just like this awkward energy. If you don't know somebody, it's like, what are we supposed to talk about? So it was like, that's a good question to gain insight. So it's research.
The cool thing about that show too is once they meet each other in person, it's funny to see how the vibe changes. It's so weird because they're talking oh, I love you, da, 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 and oh my gosh, I think this could be it. And then they meet the person, and it's you could just see it off, and it's so what changes? Is
it the physical attraction though that has to do with it?
Oh, right, exactly. It's kind of interesting in that respect, I guess.
Yeah.
I can't do reality TV shows.
Yeah.
Ma'am, if you watch NFL, MLB, NBA, those reality shows. They're not right on the court or on the field, but as soon as the timeout's happening, they got their own reality show and they're yelling, they're doing it. Ma'am, listen, them storylines that we read about sometimes starts from over there. Yes. That's reality. You just don't see the camera all in their faces, but you read about some of the stuff for a reason. Yeah. Men are bad like
ones.
Huh?
The staged reality shows I can't get into.
Okay, the stage ones, got it.
Yeah.
I'll say this from living with a coach. If it's some of the stuff that's going on, I'm sitting there and these are men doing what? But it's athletes or athletics, and I'm they talk about women, but I said these men just as bad. And I just can't believe it. But then I'm people are people. Sometimes gender doesn't even matter. Yes, they had their own reality shows too. I'm saying, oh Lord. I'm man, if I really was into a Hollywood script writer, boy, I would have some scripts for y'all. Interesting. And then look, we can take it not just this level, we can take it from the Pop Warner level on. You'd be like, what? And then when you get the parents involved and they bring their mess into the stuff, I have friends that again, whether the cheerleader coach or the La Pop Warner team, something like it gets real crazy sometimes. I'm and this is all from youth sports. What?
Yeah, it's vicious down there for sure.
Listen. And then when you want to mix in, if people know each other from back in the day or from a hood or something, and then the kids have to play together, and this person like this person, this chick, ooh. All I do is want to be entertained, have the child do good, and go home. All this other stuff, man. Listen, okay, and nobody out here getting paid at that level. Ain't no NIL deals even now on Pop Warner like that. For real, come on, y'all. What are we doing?
Yeah, exactly.
I got some rapid fire questions real quick for Miss Nicky.
Ooh, okay.
You ready? So I'm gonna give you 2 choices, and then real quick, you just tell me which one first.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna start easy, and I'm trying to think of these as I go. So, the WNBA or NBA?
NBA.
LeBron or Curry?
LeBron.
I knew you were gonna say that. Boo.
Wait, that. No, I'm just playing.
It's not about me. It's about her. So
you need an attitude for her answer.
Oh, now this. I want you to take your time and think about this. Okay.
Okay. All right.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Beyonce or Alicia Keys?
Alicia Keys.
Nick.
Again, you asked the question, so you cannot get mad at the responses, ma'am.
I ain't gonna get mad. I'm just gonna convert her later, but it's okay.
Yeah, I'm still trying to convert you from not being with the cheese, being from St. Louis, but I know, another story, another day.
Let's see. What's my other thing? Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Kendrick.
That is an option. Come on now.
I needed to feel united on something. You know?
She gotta rub you back in.
Friends.
This is an interview, really.
Exactly, right? Late nights or early mornings?
Early mornings.
Okay. I can't think of anything else.
Wait, how early?
In and do what they like. I go to bed before.
How early?
I'm about to go to sleep after this. Let me stop. No, yeah, probably by like 9-ish if I don't fall asleep before then. But I do like to get up early. I like to go to the gym at 5 in the morning.
So right now you're 2 hours behind us. So you are 2 hours behind us, right?
Yeah, it's 6 where I'm at.
Oh, okay. I was like, whoop, don't be like my friend. I hope she's not watching, but if you are, hey girl. But we out, we're out having a good time, and then her alarm at 9:30 going off, like, go to bed. I'm like, really? You gotta have an alarm.
Wait, but when you're turning up, you can have an alarm all you want, but when you turn up, man, the alarm goes off. What are you doing?
At least, no, it's going off, and I'm like, ma'am, turn your sleep alarm off, please. You're not even home yet.
We're turning up. You cannot think about sleeping. We're turning up.
Don't be that. Don't be that girl.
And I've fallen asleep when we've been out turning up. That, hey, I don't think twice about it.
Oh, what?
Okay, now we learning a lot right here. We learned a whole lot. Forget about this other past hour. We learned all we need to know.
Yeah. Them late nights out, like, unless I'm entertained for real, it's like, wake me up. Oh, yeah.
Totally get it.
Early morning.
That's why I asked you how early, because I'm like, wait a minute. Now, depending on what was happening the night before, like, how early can you get up? But okay.
Well, really like 4:30 because I got to get ready because I got to be there at 5. So.
Where you gotta be at 5 again?
The gym.
Oh, okay. Yes. Now I love a good morning workout is
key.
Yes, it is. It's amazing. It sets the tone. So I am in agreement with that. But that's a real dedication, And since we've been snowed in, I just come right to the basement, like, all right, I'm ready. Here's my work. I'm gonna post my video. Before I came down, I was like on my little Stairmaster thing, like, okay, I'm watching the show. I gotta keep my steps in. I get it now. Okay. All right.
And you faithfully not you, Nikki, but Jamie, every morning faithfully you working out?
For the most part. Yeah, I would say, out of the work week, at least 3 to 4 times during the week. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I know you're doing it, Nikki. I mean, I'm not even feeling convicted because I know I'm not doing that. But I commend everybody that sticks to the routine. Yes. I guess I'm a slacker. I'm a slacker, guys.
No, it makes me nicer throughout the day. Like, I'm like, I need to do this so I can be a little more chill.
Yeah, it does definitely, like you said, set the tone for sure. It just gives you this boost of energy. I don't know, it gives me a great boost to start my day. So I love it.
Okay. Again, I'm the slacker. I'll take that, and I'm not gonna do that New Year's resolution and the goals for January to start. No, I'm not gonna. No. I got to do better, so I can tell myself, but I haven't done that far to actually do it. But hey, one day.
When you're ready, it'll be there.
Yeah, just like my fat rolls are here. So there's that problem. So I own it. I own it. That's all I say. I own it. Anyway. But yes, are you still good to stay on, Nikki, or do you have to leave? I know that we gave you a certain time and didn't want to.
Yeah, I mean, I can stay on until you guys are done with me. Whenever you guys just let me know.
Girl, listen, we can get started because we can talk about sports and all that. You can chime in, honey. No, we're not gonna be done with you. No. As Jamie said, we just learned a lot in the last few minutes. We gotta keep that going. Yeah.
Yeah. I do have another question thinking about in regards to, okay, like my son's in the NFL. Was there some lavish purchase that you were like, ooh, like I got a new car, house paid off, whatever? Because I stay watching Lottery Dream House and I have all fantasies of.
Hey, but speaking of Lottery Dream House, Jamie, I watch that too sometimes. I'm sitting there like, this is what y'all get, and y'all got to listen. Maybe I got too much of a lavish mindset. I can't live like that in real life. But I'm like, what the hell? This is like
I was like, this is why I don't have that, because
listen, look at my Pinterest board. You will see something I would love to have. Okay, I got it all lined up, ready to go.
Yes, but were you gifted with some gift that you kind of always wanted or anything?
He gave me a car when he was in college, so we had that. And then, yeah, when he went to the NFL, I told him like I didn't want to move, so I'm still in the same house I was in when he left. I told him he's gonna pay for my master's, so that's
okay. I love it. I love it.
No, so that's my lavish gift.
Listen, that's a very, very, very good gift.
I know.
They cannot take it away. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
That's a great gift because these student loans out here slice people. Love it.
Okay. All right, well, if you're gonna stay on for just a little bit longer, you can do this. We do what's in my cup, so it's talking about like a sports story, I guess. That kind of got your attention, and you've been drinking lately.
Oh, a sports story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of one.
I was gonna say, make them go first. We the new people.
Wait. Jamie, you are not new. Let's fix it right now.
Do you just talk about the story or like?
Now here, okay. She made a good point. We can go first.
I'm new here.
You say what?
I'm new here, so show me what
you can be that line. And I'd let you have it. Jamie, no, that don't work for you, boo. Sorry. Anyway, oh look at little Mia. Hi.
She's going to bed early because it's her first day of school tomorrow. So.
Happy birthday! Hope you be awesome like you.
Can you say hi? Hi. Okay. All right. Good sleep. Okay. Love you.
Aww. Like her very first day ever of school, or like going back from winter break?
Very first day ever. She was supposed to start on Tuesday, but her very first day was a snow day. So, and when we told her it was a snow day for her, she was all excited. I'm like, you haven't even experienced school yet. You can't be excited for snow. So, yeah, so she's going to bed earlier, and she doesn't like that part, but I'm nervous. I'll cry tomorrow when it happens.
Aww. Okay. You'll be okay. Hang in there, Mom. You can do it. Yeah.
Being pregnant on top of it is not going to help.
Oh, so. Yeah, the hormones are in overdrive, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bunny, did you have a what's in your cup, or do you want me to go?
I have something in my cup. It made me mad. The firing of the Patriots coach. Patriots coach got fired. What's today? Today Wednesday. Sorry, my days got mixed up. We've been snowed in and forgot the days of the week. Anyway, the Patriots firing their head coach, and he's only been there for 1 year. I'm like, dude, really? And on top of that, what's his name? Sorry, y'all. Jared Mayo, that's his name. He got fired after 1 year. They didn't have a good record, 4-13. But it's his first year, and he was a former player. Like, dude, WTF? I know it's not unheard of in this day and age, not just NFL teams, but other teams as well. I mean, leagues do that to their coaches. They can be winning coaches, championship coaches, and next year they'll ask them for whatever reason. However, the Patriots have sucked since Brady and Belichick split ways. All right. So it's not all on coaching, but I'm sitting there like, dude, this is only after 1 year. Y'all ain't get this man a chance. Like, what the hell? And the fact that, of course, he was a black coach, we don't have that many in the NFL, doesn't help the case either. For 1 year, you're gone. So that's in my cup. I'm perturbed, and I hope the Patriots clean up the act because Robert Kraft, the owner, sent the letter saying, yeah, he purported him. He liked Mayo. It's unfortunate he had to go a different way. It's BS. So either something happened behind the scenes or the Patriots have just gotten stupid running their coaching staff. But that's in my cup.
There's quite a few different NFL coaches that got let go since Sunday. Like
1 year ago. That's my problem. It's 1 year.
Well, I was gonna say, is it like Antonio Pierce or something with the Raiders?
Yeah.
I mean, he was
like 1 year, but still, he's too. Man, he kind of came interim and got. But yes, another one. But it's still effed up when I look at again when coaches don't get chances anymore. But 1 year, that's still like, dude, what can you do? Hell, you're inheriting stuff. Even if you picked your coaches, that it's just not enough time. We talked about this with baseball, even like, dude, come on now. Hockey, you get whatever. This is the state people are in now. The ownerships and GMs, like, this is where it's come to. You don't give anybody a chance. Like, this crazy.
Yep, that's a good one. Mine is, Nicky, I'll let you know, I'm just mainly baseball. If I go give any input in basketball and football or college sports, that's a plus. But I'm going completely off script right now for what's in my cup. WWE. T-Bone will be so proud of me. They had their first Monday Night Raw on Netflix, and that was actually kind of cool. Me and Brennan sat down and watched it. The Rock was there and congratulated Roman Reigns, and John Cena's doing his farewell tour. And I don't know, and like all the wrestlers are excited now that like they're on Netflix so they can cuss again. You know, because like wrestling from the 80s and 90s, which it was a refresh to my mind the other last night because we just finished watching that Mr. McMahon docuseries on Netflix. And I just forgot how crazy wrestling was back in the day. Like mind-blowing crazy to where like I can't believe my parents let me watch that when I was a kid. I don't remember wrestling being that crazy back in the 90s and early 2000s, but somewhere like early 2000s, mid 2000s, they're like, okay, we got to start making this family friendly, and so they couldn't cuss anymore. So now you have the guys all excited that they can cuss and whatnot. But I don't know, wrestling, it's got my, I know got my attention is what we say on the main show, but that's something that's in my cup right now. It's might be something I might watch a little bit more often, more than I have been in the last several years.
Quick question. John Cena is just now doing a farewell tour. Like, didn't he stop wrestling when he started acting more a few years back? Did I miss that?
I mean,
like
it's the same with The Rock.
Need a story.
It's I guess it's kind of like with The Rock, I mean, he's come back here and there for times, but I know John Cena is like actually like hanging up the whatever you hang up in wrestling, the G-string or so. I don't know.
He hung up his wrestling belts.
Yeah, but I don't know. He says he wants to try to win the Royal Rumble so he can go to WrestleMania, and like we were talking about with reality TV shows, this is all very much scripted. So maybe. Maybe WWE's like, okay, we're gonna have him win the Royal Rumble so he can at least participate in his last WrestleMania before he, hangs it up. But I don't know. It's kind of cool and it's funny because Mia wants to be a hairdresser like my sister, my youngest sister, and then she was like, she saw wrestlers like for a glimpse, the girls, and she's like, I want to do that. And then she saw one of the fights on Monday, and she goes, I don't want to do that. She's like, I don't want to get hurt. And I'm like, so I'll tell TT that you're going to continue to have, you know, being a hairdresser like her as your dream, okay? Because I didn't even tell my sister that, because she'd be heartbroken. But, so she still wants to be a hairdresser like her now. So I'm sure that'll change. Like you said, your daughters have changed their mind millions of times. So she's only 4. That will happen.
Yeah.
Jamie or Nikki, do you guys have anything that's in your cup?
Yeah, I can only think of all the talk with what's the name, Skip Bayless and
Oh my goodness.
Joy Taylor. Yeah, all that drama going on, and I'm
Please
just
give us a recap. Do tell.
Oof.
okay, because I did watch like a little 20-minute YouTube because I was like, I don't have time to figure out what's happening here. But anyway, my version of it is Skip was a hairdresser for Fox or whatever show they're on. Even though she's been working there for forever, got fired last year or let go last year. But she's now saying like Skip had offered her $1.5 million to sleep with him. And then she told Joy said, get over it. And so basically she big mad because I guess she thought somebody should have her back in this situation. And so everybody's been on blast, and, you know, she's accused Joy of kind of sleeping her way to the top and all the things, but it's just a lot. But in recap, I'm just like, I feel like we've heard this story so many times in corporate America, everywhere. So just ladies, fellas, govern yourself accordingly, please. Like, how many people have to make this same mistake before you follow down the path? It's just like insanity. So, but yeah, so I had to ask what's happening here. I know, right? That's my entertainment news recap.
Well, thank you for the recap, seriously, because I heard bits and pieces, but I'm like, maybe somebody could put it together for me. It was a lot.
Yeah.
New with this. And Skip Bayless, he was already in the news last year when Shannon Sharp left from the Fox show that they had, and then, you know, he's with ESPN and he got his own thing, but he was in there for the negative stuff. That's why Shannon Sharp left. Now he's in it for this. Like, dude.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But the way the lawsuit was written is, to me, it's like a little suspect because she kind of specifically mentions, like, I guess Skip would kept asking her, was she messing with Shannon Sharp? And she was like, no, whatever. And I don't even know why that was relevant. So I feel like it's some underlying but there, because I'm like, but I'm gonna keep those comments to myself because I don't want to get the I don't want my comments on the show, but it's still like, yeah, it's suspecty on all parties. So but yeah, that's my news that you can absolutely not use.
Nikki, is there anything that's you know, caught your eye in the world of sports?
I didn't really bring a cup to this party. I wasn't sure about this part. But the thing that's on my mind, or not on my mind, but I guess the thing I can think of that just happened most recently was Travis Kelce won the Walter Payton Man of the Year for his contributions to fellow folks, his foundation, I believe. And then I think he wins like $30,000 or $35,000 to a charity of his choice. So I think that's amazing. And I know a goal of my son's is to get on that list as a nominee next year. So something positive. That's all I can in my cup right now. I haven't really looked at too much else. Sorry.
No, that's fine. And, you know, when you mentioned Kelsey, I saw him comment on, I think, Xavier's post on Instagram, and like, have you met any of the players on the team?
Actually, I haven't.
You have it? Oh my goodness.
When I say I go to the game, see my son, and go, that's what I do.
You say it's safer and cleaner that way. I get it.
That's true. Maybe when he's a veteran, you can start, meeting Patrick and.
Yeah, probably like I'm guessing like if they have like events postseason or something like that, I would think. But like game day or whatnot, I don't really insert myself in those areas. Really, I'm just in the stands watching the game, see my son after, go home, cook, and yeah, that's really it.
And be in bed by 9 o'clock.
Right.
Absolutely.
From the West Coast time. That's for my time. Got it.
Right.
Nope, that's understandable. So you may be disregarded from this because we all know what your prediction is going to be. But we're going to talk about the prediction, NFL playoffs, thoughts, and predictions. You're going to say the Chiefs are winning it, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. But that's okay though, because Bunny about a month ago or so, she was saying she didn't think the Chiefs were going to be, doing their thing. And I'm like, I know they haven't played as good all year. They're still like, lost 1 or 2 games.
Definitely. And 2 now, 2. You're right.
Yeah, 2. But they're still the Chiefs. It's kind of like with the Astros. Yeah, they've lost some players here and there, but until they don't make it to the playoffs and show that they can do it, I'm always going to pick them. So that's how I feel about the Chiefs. They're probably going to be in the Super Bowl again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that prediction, but everybody knows it's hard to it's hard to two-peat, let alone the repeat. Saying it can't be done is, I'm not saying that, but it's really, really hard in any major sport.
Oh, and before we get into it, though, actually, Nikki, I have a question. Do you have any like superstitions, or you're like, I can't do this because he's not gonna have a good game now?
We got to play the song on the way to the game.
Yeah.
And I try to tell him, even if I'm not there, he needs to play the song. Me and my family do this weird thing that we need to stop. And if my sister's watching this, let's stop doing it. Like, we'll be like, hey, throw me the keys. And if one of us drops it, we're like, oh, like now he's not going to have it. Like, we do weird stuff like that, but we're working on that. But other than that, I don't think we really even have anything too crazy outside of stuff like that.
I love it.
I know there's some weird ones out there.
I do have this shirt too. Like I'm envisioning things because I feel like that's part of manifestation, is seeing it right so that it can happen. But I have this shirt that I got made when he was like in Pop Warner, and it's like, it says Worthy's mom on it. So I told him, and I could still fit it. Part of the reason I keep going to the gym, because I told him, I was like, I had it since he was in Pop Warner. I wore it to his first college game, and I said, you go to the Super Bowl, I'm gonna wear it to the Super Bowl. So he always did good when I wore that shirt too. So we'll see.
Okay.
Hope we get there.
Yay.
We'll be on the lookout for that because they'll be there. We all know it. They'll be there. Jamie's like, yeah, they'll be there.
They will be there.
But all right, let's go ahead and then I guess talk about Wild Card Weekend. It starts Saturday. But yeah, it's exciting. Playoff football. Like I said earlier, I'm mainly baseball, a lot of hockey, but when it comes to playoff football, I do get excited. So I don't know, just like we can run through each game, or is there some like the Bills, for example? I feel like that's a team that's always kind of there, and they're always get to that championship game, it feels like, or it has happened a couple times in recent history, going up against the Chiefs. So I don't know, is there a team that you would more likely the Chiefs to play in that first round?
Me personally, I don't think it matters come playoffs. Like it's any given Sunday, period. So I never, even if it wasn't playoffs, I don't underestimate any opponent. But especially when it's do or die, like it doesn't even matter really. Like, so it's more so let's just get prepared to face whoever.
Yeah. I agree.
But I don't want the Bills though. I'm just kidding. You know.
So you're like, I'm confident, but I don't want to play him.
Yeah.
I get it though. Josh Allen. I don't know. There's a lot of different guys that are worthy of the no pun intended, of the MVP this year, but Josh Allen's definitely one of those guys. Him, Lamar, you got Saquon. He's a freak. You know, he's been unbelievable this year. So many different guys you can choose from for that. But all right, let's go through it real quick, and everyone just pick who they're. So the Chiefs, they're either gonna play Houston or the Chargers. I'm gonna go just because I'm a Houston sports fan. I'm gonna go Texans. They haven't had a perfect, great year, but I'm gonna go Texans. You guys got?
Yeah, CJ Stroud. I'm rooting for him. Yeah, we're not going all the way through. We're doing it each opponent.
We can just do wild card weekend, and then I guess who we think's gonna go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Houston. So because I talk stuff about sports, but I know my teams. I don't know everybody else, but I'll go with Houston because that's the one with the nice looking coach, right?
Yeah. He's young black guy too. Yeah. I thought you were going to say the quarterback, CJ Stroud. He's young, but he's
No, I'm talking about the coach.
Just the coach.
You hear that, Smooth? You got some competition.
No, but
I like to see the eye candy. Eye candy on the sideline. Got it.
The chocolate and the bald head. I got a type, right? So
yes.
So, and my brothers in Houston, family in Houston, so we'll go with it.
H-Town. All right, what about you, Bunny?
Yeah. CJ Stroud, Texans.
All right, and it might be bad to pick who you think your son's going to play, but who you got?
Who do I think's going to win that game? I feel like the Chargers are going to win that game. I don't really have a favorite of who wins, but I don't know. The Chargers have been playing really good, and I know the Texans are kind of down a receiver. Tank is out, so it's like, I don't know.
Shoot, they're down a couple of receivers.
Yeah.
It's been a brutal year for that. Okay. Then we got Steelers and Ravens. I know Bunny's gonna go with the Ravens. That's her team right there.
Lamar, but I like the Steelers in general. I like that you have to pick right now, but I am gonna go with Lamar. But between him and Russell Simmons,
Russell Simmons.
I said Russell Simmons. Lord, listen. That's been a hell of a day. Listen. Dangerous.
That's awesome.
And my cup is empty. Go figure.
It's tough because Lamar and Derrick Henry, that's another guy that could be up there for MVP, but I kind of just want to say the Steelers just to switch it up. So I'm going to say Steelers.
Oh.
I'm
torn on this one.
Don't be torn.
I know. Again, I'm not personally conflicted. I'm just doing it for my peeps.
I'm gonna help you out because you said you had a type, and the Steelers have that type. Mike Tomlin, Mike Tomlin, the coach. You don't know who Mike Tomlin is? Hey, producer, bring up a picture of Mike Tomlin. Look at the other competition.
I do. For whatever reason, I'm not even gonna go there because y'all gonna know how my brain works, and it's just too much. The reason, the thing,
you like that
Thriller, like what does that have to do with anything? But anyway, nah, I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
All right, Nikki.
Yeah, I not picking who I want again, but I don't know. I feel like the Ravens would win that. Where is it at though? Where's that game at?
I think it's in Baltimore.
I'm with the Ravens.
It's gonna be cold.
They both cold cities either way. They both cold.
Yeah,
we cold.
True.
If you're not Miami, LA, who else got warm climate? Texas, Arizona. Yeah, everybody's cold, man. Even if you're playing in the dome, you're still cold.
They got home field advantage though. That makes it a lot warmer.
Yeah,
Mhm.
true. All right, and then we got Bills and Broncos. I think it should be easy for everyone to pick the Bills. That's just me. That's who I'm going with.
Josh Allen, you know it. He could do it with his eyes closed on this game, I believe.
All right. Yep. So I think if it's probably going to be just from history and how I think it's going to go. It's probably going to be the Bills and the Chiefs in the championship game. Let's go to the other side. We got the Rams. Boo. Against the Vikings. And Nicky, I didn't even ask you. Like, before your son was drafted, did you have a team? Like, were the Rams that team or any
No.
California team or anyone?
Thank God. Thank you for that, Nikki. Don't fool with the Rams. They played us. I still ain't over that. F the Rams.
Still mad.
Girl, still big mad. 8 years, 9 years later. Yeah, still big mad. Mm-hmm. But if the NBA comes to St. Louis sooner than later, NWNBA, we can throw it to the side. Not out the window, just to the side. I'll put my energy for the team to come and root them on. Till then, F the Rams.
I just gotta go with the Vikings. Just because they've been really good this year. Sam Darnold, it blows my mind, but whatever. So I'm gonna go with the Vikings.
Same.
Yeah, same.
Yep.
But you didn't answer. Who was your team before the Chiefs? Obviously,
I didn't have one. I just like watching football. I might have like favorite players, more of like a player favorite versus like a team favorite.
Gotcha. All right. Buccaneers and the Commanders. It's hard to go against the Buccaneers because my husband's the Baker lookalike, but I'm gonna go with the Commanders because they're young and exciting, and I think their quarterback's cute. So I'm gonna go with that. Sorry, I'm throwing what Jamie does in there, but we all know that's why I like Jason Tatum because he's cute. So
Jamie, you look good, you play good. That's how.
Pretty much. All right, who do you guys got for that one?
Commanders all the way. No, I'm not all the way to the Super Bowl, but yeah, I'm Team Commanders since they changed ownership and all that crap they had going on. Yep, they're looking good. Mm-hmm.
Why not? I don't know. Part of me want to go with the Commanders just because, like, where y'all come from, but but my cousin's favorite is the Buccaneers, so I don't know.
Pick one. 1, 2, 3, go.
Buccaneers, just to be a different.
Is that who you said too, Nikki?
I'm going Bucks too because one of the receivers is from Fresno as well, Jalen McMillan. So
okay.
And they have Mike Evans, which he's a stud, and he went like however many years in a row now with like 1,000 yards receiving. So that's awesome for him. And then lastly, in the wild card weekend, we got Green Bay versus the Packers. Green Bay versus the Eagles. I'm going to go the Eagles just because we don't really know what's going to happen with Jordan Love. Is he going to be 100% to go or not? So I'm going to go with the Eagles. And like I said earlier, Saquon, he's a stud. So, yeah.
Jordan's going to play. They're not going to play their $1 million quarterback. Even if he's injured, he's going to play because it's win or go home. But fly, Eagles, fly. That's what I'm picking. Y'all talking about looks. Y'all know what Jalen Hurts looks like?
True.
Observe.
I feel like I'm not gonna be allowed on this show. No. Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't apologize to us. We can still try to recruit. You know, we know
our sports, but it is ladies' night. We can.
You're gonna be like, what have you done to my show? So.
right. Then Yonsei and Nikki, real quick, go.
I'm going Eagles.
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 All right, and let's get on to college before we do. Super Bowl matchup, I think it's going to be those bottom two right there. It's the easiest thing to pick, but Chiefs and Lions, they've been amazing all year. And I don't want to like pick the team I want to win because you're here, but I kind of want the Lions to win. But
Damn.
I'm sorry, but you know, I will be cheering on XAVIER. That's all I'll say. I'll be cheering him on, but I would like to see someone else. But that's just me. Continue.
Thank
Go.
you for your honesty.
All right, Bonnie, this is you. College football.
Well, since Nikki has an attachment to Texas, I figured she probably wants Texas all the way through. Am I wrong, Nikki? Yay or nay?
You are correct.
Okay. Now, nothing wrong with that. However, since they're now an SEC team, they weren't prior, but they are, and Missouri's in the SEC. So, like, nothing against Texas, but not saying I'm for Texas, but hope the best for them. But picks between the next 4 games, we have, besides Texas and Clemson, I know I got glasses and still can't see. Ohio State and Tennessee, is that right? Ohio State beat Oregon, Ohio State. That one real quickly. Ohio State kind of surprised people because of that defeat that they whooped Oregon's assets. So I could honestly see them riding all the way to beating Texas. I mean, everybody they played, they've just beaten up on. And again, it's a surprise because nobody thought Ohio State was going to do what they did to Oregon. So sorry, Nikki, but I see them defeating Texas. As far as the SMU Penn State way, Penn State been riding all the way, winning as well. I could see them defeating Notre Dame. Notre Dame hasn't surprised people. They've been playing how they should. And shout out to their coach, Marcus Freeman, another person on the sideline, Jamie. He's not short pit type, but a lot of people say he fits their description of what they like. So Freeman with Notre Dame, they're good, really good. I can see them defeating Penn State, then I can't. So I'm going to pick Notre Dame. But championship-wise, I can see Ohio State bring it all the way home again. This is what they do. But here we are.
I agree with Ohio State. Them games last week or whatever, I was like, and I'm not even big into college football, but they had me glued. Like, so.
I have a cousin that plays for Oregon, so I was rooting for him. Talked to his mama last week because she went out to the bowl game, and I was like, I did not expect that to happen. She said the whole trip was good until the game when they got their butts whooped. So, Ohio State they was ready. Oregon just wasn't. So there's that. But Nikki, besides you going all the way with Texas and the other bracket between Penn State and Notre Dame, who you see Texas going to play?
Yeah, I say Notre Dame too, the way they've been playing. And Ohio State has been playing very well. Like, I want Texas to win, but Ohio State has been like dominating in the way they've been playing. So it's going to be a challenge for Texas, but I hope they win that one. But yeah, I say Notre Dame in that other bracket.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's see. To be continued.
And then our last segment we usually do, it's called We Run This. And I'll explain it real quick. Jamie, I know you know, but I'll explain it for you too. Okay.
Oh my.
All right. So pretty much if you could be like commissioner of an entire league or something, what is something that you would change about that league? So we've done different ones for the last couple months, and I might have mentioned this one on the main show before, but for this one, it's the overtime rule in the NFL. I know it's different in the playoffs, which I think all things should just be the same. from regular season to the playoffs, but whatever. But I don't like that, like, if the first team just scores a touchdown, the other team doesn't have a chance to counter. I don't like that. I like how college football is, though. Theirs is a little bit different, but that's something that I would change.
All right, for me, with my crooked glasses, what's something I would change? I brought this up before, but since we were just talking about college football, I honestly could see the NCAA having a conference just for college football, all 3 divisions, and then everybody else. I would like to see that. I'm still getting adjusted to, we're just talking about Oregon, and they're supposed to be a Pac-12, and here we're talking about, Oregon is actually a Big Ten team. Like, it's crazy. So I would rather them go ahead, just put all these big Power 5 conferences and Division 2 and 3 as well. Make them their own entity, separate from the NCAA, and then have everybody else sports, because it's just different. We know it brings in the most money. We know the travel is not as much, but when you have your school in the same conference for all sports, so many of these other sports are getting cheated with their travel, with the money they spend on them. Yeah, so that's what I would change. Make the football conference separate from the rest of the sports.
All right. I was not ready for this, but I'm gonna say like the calls about taunting, because I feel like it's a little overkill. Like, let the people, pop their collar or whatever if they want to, and relax a little bit, because sometimes it's just like too much. Because I feel like in basketball, if Curry can do this and you can do a little ha-ha, then why can't they in football? I feel like it's they get called more about it. So I don't know. That's what I got.
I agree with that. The only one I don't like in football is whenever they're like teabagging them. That's what they call it in the Call of Duty world, is teabagging, the guys or something. But other than that, I think it's funny. Like, I love what the Vikings have been doing the last couple Sundays. Is like, they did the White Chicks dance, they did a Camp Rock and a High School Musical dance and whatnot. So it was just funny. I like whenever they get creative and come up with stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one, because it's hard to get in the end zone. Like, dang, let them celebrate. Like,
right.
Okay, if I had to pick one, I would say I would change the football stadiums would all have grass and not turf.
Yep, that's a good one, because there's certain stadiums that people don't like playing at because you're gonna tear an ACL or something like that. It's just been happening too often.
Yeah, grass is a lot better for them. So yeah, that's what I would change.
That's a good one. I didn't even think about doing something like turf. Oh, let's just change all the turf in the in the stadiums. That's a good one.
One more.
Right.
Since you talked about the turf, what about the retractable roofs?
Oh,
because there was one game, it was snowing so bad. I was like, oh my goodness, I would be just miserable. But yeah,
that would be a good option. Like a good stadium sunroof. Open it on the good days, close it when it's not. Yeah, sure.
Or like the Cowboys Stadium.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to put some blinders or or so like tent or something on the sides to where one team the whole entire game is having the sun in their eyes, or for at least for the first half. But yeah, I agree with that. Sometimes I think with that, I think that with baseball as well, because it sucks having rain delays and stuff like that. But then you have years back, you had the Brewers who do have a roof, and they didn't close the roof, and it was raining. I'm like, what are you doing? So you just gotta be smart with with how you do things. But yeah, okay, I like those ones. Those are different. Before we end the show, Nikki, is there any type of shout outs you want to give? Anything you want to plug in? Obviously, there's plenty of people in your DMs on Twitter, on X, but anything else you want to throw out there for some people?
I don't want to throw out any more bait. I guess I would just shout out maybe just a hello to my sister. She's watching, my best friend Stephanie, and to my favorite son, Xavier. I know he ain't watching, but I'm going to make him go back and look at this later. And to my two recent and Oni. That's it. Oh, my brother. Gosh, he's going to get mad if I don't say him. And my brother, Nick.
So Nick, Nicky, and what's your sister's name?
Nakaya.
All those ends. Y'all like my family. Okay. We're Essence though. But yeah, I love it. Yes. Yes. So thanks for those shout outs though. Hopefully that your son Xavier watches it. Hopefully. You said Nakaya, your sister?
Nakaya.
Nakaya watches it. Nick watches it, and anybody else in the fam. Nothing else. Support Nicky. Watch the show. Let us know your thoughts. Even though it's recorded, people can still chime in. They could follow us next week and tune into another show. Like we don't discriminate. Okay, we just appreciate everybody showing us love. That's all. And if they don't know Nicky, tell them. Besides Facebook, they can follow us on the Platform Sports Talk Show there. IG. We are also on X, formerly known as Twitter, and of course YouTube. And if they're on YouTube, make sure tell them click on that bell, because anytime we go live, what happens, Jobo?
You will be notified.
I'm talking about also Hot 365 Radio. Joe, I'm laughing because you know what happened when I tried to do Hot 365?
I know.
Untied and it went left real fast. Anyway, but you can catch the replay of our most recent shows on Hot 365 Radio. Did I miss anything? Twitch. See, I ain't butchered that, but I butchered Hot 365. I just don't understand. Anything else before we sign off, ladies? Oh, the man cave, I forgot. Even though this is a special edition of the ladies' night, but on the last Wednesday of the month, we have the man cave. The fellas hold it down. They are crazy. They have different topics they cover. But even though they're crazy and funny, they still not like the ladies. We're usually on the first Wednesday of the month, ladies' night, because we run it. You know what I'm saying? Again, they can't have the flavor that we do. They'll have an interview with people, but it's still not like how Nicky, you know how we were talking about other stuff, especially when Beyonce brought in about the reality shows, the quick. They're not like us. They're good, but they're not like us, okay? I'm just saying.
No.
I do appreciate you for joining us, though. Thank you so much. Now, you got some cold playoff games coming up. Hang in there. It's only for a few hours, okay? Hang in there.
All right.
You got to worry about it under the skull cap. Worry about it under the protected, but just hang in there, okay?
Okay.
Amazon some hand warmers. Those things.
How many hand warmers? Those little things that you activate? Okay.
Yeah, those are nice.
And if all else fails, the old school, but it still works. You lick her up, it gets you hot, and then you're ready to go free and don't feel any of it.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, I'm just saying. I only have a couple of years of experience at that. Just a couple. That's all I know. But it's been a pleasure having you, Nicky. We enjoyed you. And for everybody out there, see you next week. Platform Sports Talk Show, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Peace.
Adios.